In the latest blow to Russia's dwindling civil society, the Supreme Court there has ordered the liquidation of one of the country's most prominent human rights groups. Memorial was founded in 1989 by Soviet dissidents, including Nobel Peace Prize laureate Andrei Sakharov. The group defends the rights of political prisoners and helps victims of Soviet-era repression. Prosecutors said the organisation violated a law on foreign agents on multiple occasions. Memorial and its supporters say the accusations are politically motivated. For more on this, let's bring in Moscow-based journalist Felix Light. Felix, welcome to DW. Why did the Russian Supreme Court shut down this organisation?
Well, Rebecca, this, as many sort of things are in the Russian judicial system, is sort of a story in two halves. You know, on the one hand, we have sort of technical violations of Russia's very controversial foreign agents law. That's the sort of the technical sort of premise on which Memorial has been just shut down today. But of course, you know, in general, this case is seen in sort of a slightly different light. And Memorial has been famous for a couple of things, but most importantly, sort of investigating these Stalinist crimes, the repressions of the 1930s. And that has very much upset sort of much of the Russian sort of contemporary political establishment, and significantly the security services, who are very, very influential in the current Russian government. And so what we saw today, and from the sort of the prosecutors who spoke in the Supreme Court, was almost an indictment of these attempts to sort of memorialize the Stalinist crimes. Prosecutors argued that Russians shouldn't pay attention to these to these crimes. They shouldn't be, as they said, ashamed, and they should sort of revel in their sort of the legacy of the victory in World War II. So I think this was a sort of a case that really struck at the heart of the sort of the rhetoric of much of the sort of the current Russian political system around memorializing Stalin's role in the Second World War, and really trying to sort of gloss over a little bit the crimes that period was famous for as well.
Now, Memorial says it's been a target of the same repression it's been trying to protect people from, and that the move is politically motivated. Are they right?
Well, certainly many people have said that. You know, it's very difficult to sort of to make a sweeping judgment, but certainly I think Memorial's allies are clear that this is about sort of overstepping the lines, the red lines sort of delineated by the Kremlin. Of course, Memorial was not just sort of famous for its work in history. You know, in more recent years, as sort of Russia took its authoritarian turn, Memorial was very active in producing very sort of human rights orientated projects, sort of supporting political prisoners, you know, people jailed at protests in Russia. So, you know, there were almost any number of things on which Memorial could have sort of sufficiently irritated influential security services or the Kremlin sort of through its actions. So I think it's difficult to say precisely what this is motivated by, but there is certainly no shortage of potential causes for irritation from the Kremlin with Memorial.
Now, Felix, this is a Supreme Court ruling. Can it be appealed?
Well, technically, I suppose, yes. It can be taken to sort of the European Court of Human Rights. It can be taken to the European justice system. But I mean, the Russian justice system has generally, although it is sort of nominally subscribed to things like the European Court of Human Rights, it does not generally respect their verdicts. And so we may see this case go on. But I think sort of nominally for Memorial as a sort of a legal organization, this is very much the end of the road. It's possible that the organization will find some way of surviving in future, but it will not be as a sort of a legally constituted civil organization as it has been in the past.
Right. Felix Light, journalist in Moscow, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.